Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have fun tonight, and I hope you're getting some catching up with some projects or things around the house. So we are going to do 1 point perspective tonight. So all you will need is paper, and if you have sketch paper, you can use it, but I'm just using stuff around the house that anyone will have. So this is computer paper, a regular school pencil, and also just ruler or anything that's, we're not actually measuring, I'm just using it for the straight edge here. So anything that you can put flat and draw a straight edge. Now we have other drawing classes for this series. If you go to the group under units, you can find the other 2 lessons in there, and you can also find other classes I've done before in there. If you want to do something else, just go to the units and you see all the classes listed there. Hi, Barb. So, all right, so we're going to get started with 1 point perspective. So I have this plain sheet here, and what we're going to do is first draw a horizon. So take your ruler and just draw a line right across, and this horizon represents where the land and the sky meet. Okay, maybe I can draw it darker for you. I tend to draw light. There, now you can see that. All right, so with 1 point perspective, everything is going to come to 1 point. There is 2 point perspective, which I will get into later, but tonight's just 1 point. So any part, anywhere in a line, I want you to make a dot. That will be your point of reference for your 1 point perspective. Okay, so the first part of this class, I'm going to do an exercise that gets you to understand 1 point perspective and to practice it. And then the second half is just how to practically use it for a drawing. Hey, Sue. So here's your line, and here's the point you picked out. I want you to draw basic shapes, top and bottom, just all around. Just to give you an idea, you could do circles, triangles. I'll do some on the bottom here. I'm going to do some on top. Rectangles. You can even do funky shapes. Just practice your 1 point perspective. I'll put a square here. So everything is going to be drawn to this dot that you chose on your horizon. So the cube is probably the easiest to start. So in each point here, I want you to take your ruler and connect the point of your square here to your dot. And you want to do it lightly. I'm going to draw it hard the first time so you can see what I'm doing. But initially, you're going to draw it light so you can erase these. And you're going to do it with the other point. And the middle point, too. Okay, and then you're going to decide where you want your square, how far you want it to go. You can even hand draw it if you want. That helps you draw your cube in the right perspective. Now, ideally, this would be lighter, and you would be erasing this so you have it. But I'm going to just draw it dark just to show you this exercise. The next part, I'll draw a little lighter. Okay? You're going to do the same thing with the triangle. Take each point and connect it to the point of your choice. Okay, and this one actually, I think you can make it. It's going to be a little more narrower. Oh, that's really late. Okay, it's a triangle. So you would, might want a ruler for this one. Triangles are a little, okay, now you can even do it with circles. How do I do a circle? You just take the side of it then go to the other side here. Hopefully you can see everything. I should be checking this. And this will be more of a cylinder because you'd be drawing like a, okay? And the reason why I want you to put some on top, even though we're used to drawing buildings on the ground and everything, it just shows you if you're looking up at something how to do it. You can even kind of do it with clouds or whatever, or other objects. But let's say you have a different perspective where you're looking up into something. This gives you a practice of what to do. So I'm doing the same thing with each point. Everything goes to this dot here. You can see. And you see the rectangle as you're looking up. Okay. Square or cube. If you have any questions or whatever, just feel free to make comments. I'm kind of peeking here and there. So this is a good exercise, especially if you want to teach your kids art. This is just a good exercise to teach your kids. It kind of counts as math too, a little bit, as measuring. Okay, and then I know this is kind of like technical kind of stuff, like I feel like an architect when I do this stuff, but it really does help me when I want to draw houses and like anything scenic, you know, it will give you more depth and give you a right perspective so it doesn't look all wonky. Okay, so this is an interesting shape. I'm going to just do the same thing. It looks complicated, but if you just go with the points, it kind of works out. So there's the one hanging down. And of course you want a sharp pencil. Let's make sure your pencil is really sharp. Sharpen. Nope, I missed the corner here. Okay, and it looks complicated, but it's really just simple squares and cubes just attached. It's the same idea. And ideally, you would be erasing these lines. Okay, so that's the exercise. Now to put it in practical use for like a landscape, it's kind of the same thing. So I'm going to draw a horizon. I'll put it here. Oh. Okay, there's my horizon. And we're going to start drawing with a road at the center. So I'm going to be simple here. I'm going to put my point right in the middle of the page. And I'm going to have a road just come out. Okay. So we have this road here. Let me put it up so you can see better. And let's say on this road you have, I'm going to use a ruler because I don't think I can draw this straight. You have a power line, okay? And you know how they go in a row. So how would you draw them straight in a row? Even though this isn't a cube like this, even something like trees in a row, how do you get to look perfectly and go this in the background? The same thing, you're going to take the end of your power pole here and lightly draw that. I'm gonna do darker and I erase it because ideally this would be very light, but I wanted you to be able to see this. And then you're going to do the top of the power line. Okay, now in here will be a guideline where I'm going to place the others. So the next one might be here. I should be using a ruler, but you get the idea. The next one might be here. And see how it makes it go back. Okay. And then with the wires, you know, you can even follow. It's all within these are like guidelines almost. And in your drawing, you would literally, this would be light. Take these off. So it doesn't have to be necessary buildings, although I'm going to put one in here. But this is for everything that you draw. Okay, see how that really goes back. Same thing as a fence. So I'm going to do a fence and a barn. So you can see a building and also something else that's not a building. So let's say I have a nice wooden fence here. So I'm going to draw a little post here. So if I want the fence to go back along the road, I'm going to do the exact same thing as the power lines. I'm going to take the top of this post. Let's see if I can draw a little lighter this time, but you can still see it, right? And the bottom of this post. This gives me another guideline. So let's say I want this another post here. And another one here. I might want to make the post skinnier as I go back because they're going farther away. As you can see, you can even fade it because it's going to get blurry. There's your fence. Okay, so that's how you would do anything that's in a straight line. Now let's say I have a barn here. Let's stick a barn maybe about here. I'm going to do those rounded roofs. Sorry. Okay. I want to take my horizon out. So I have this barn, but I don't know how to do, let's say, the sides of it. Let's say you have a little barn here. Okay, but you want to see this, have the sides shown. You just don't want it one-dimensional. So same thing. Here's your vantage point. And you got kind of a point here. I'm making one of those rounded roofs. And you could decide how long you want it, but then again, these are your guidelines. And that's my horizon. I don't want my horizon there, it's covering it up. This one I might and there's the end of the roof. And there's your barn. And then you take this off. Oh, even before you take it off, let's add a house. Let's say there's a farmhouse behind here, but you want it kind of the same. And just because I have these guidelines, automatically, I know how small to draw this. So it's not like I'm making it too big or too small. I have just the right size for where it's placed on the drawing or the page. And you erase your guideline. I like to call them guidelines. And I drew them dark, obviously. Put my horizon back. You can even put like, then you can add like the things that you don't have to worry about your perspective and start drawing. Okay, so that's a simple skill to learn, a very valuable skill. The simple way to learn one-point perspective is draw a horizon line and pick a point anywhere on the line. You can pick it over here. I just made it simple and put it in the center. And practice first with shapes, just to get an idea what each shape looks like, what it looks like on the top, on the bottom, right maybe next here on the side. It gives you an idea of how to draw it. And then you can start using these skills in landscapes. All right, so give that a shot. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Please post. I'd love to see drawings and projects you guys do. And if you are doing the challenge I mentioned in the other two ones, that pick an object a day for the quarantine challenge, an object a day to draw every day, the same object over and over. And the reason why you want to do that is it really teaches you how to draw and how to take something that you've been drawing and just you learn more from it. You just learn more. I like to do my hands. I like to draw my hands because I always have them with me, and you can draw them in different positions over and over again. So hands are great, but if you don't want to be that adventurous, take a mug, take a stuffed animal, even a room. Van Gogh painted his room like a lot of times. So maybe a room in your house you want to draw. You can even use this skill, one-point perspective, for rooms. So instead of these buildings, you put your couch in here and with a window and do the same thing with the one-point perspective. All right? All right, so have fun with this. I'm hoping to come on again Thursdays. I'm trying to aim for Tuesday and Thursdays at 8 o'clock. And I will do the two-point perspective on Thursday. And then we'll see where we go from there. All right? Thank you so much for watching. Please post. Ask me any questions if you're drawing this week and you can't figure something out. Say, hey, just give me a shout out or message me. I'd love to help. All right, have fun. Stay safe. All right, have fun this week. Thanks.